All right, so I'm gonna try to make the low-calorie version of the Kunafa we made yesterday. So I'm making the sugar syrup with this. I got some lemon zest in there, some lemon juice in there. I'm just boiling this down. And just for my personal taste, I'm probably gonna add some cardamom to this too, just because I like how that tastes. So next thing we're gonna do is we've got the air fryer preheating. I'm gonna make a small serving for the actual baklava. The other part of this is the heavy cream mixture. This is just heavy cream and cornstarch just thickened up. Now, this is already made, so in this version of the recipe, I'm not going to try to make this more calorie friendly. Next time, I think what I'll do is I'll try to make this, but with 0% Greek yogurt and some fat-free milk with a little bit of cream added, just to see if I can lower the fat content significantly while still getting like a thick, creamy consistency. Next thing we're gonna do is get the phyllo dough. So the phyllo dough, the calories aren't so bad. It's mostly just carbs, as you can see. It's got some fat to it, but it's just mostly carbs. So I'm gonna get some of this phyllo dough, and instead of soaking it in butter, which is what we did last time, I've got this popcorn spray, and most of what it has is just oil, and doesn't even have sodium, so it's not like it's gonna make it salty or anything like that. So I'll cut up the phyllo dough, I'll layer it, I'll spray with this stuff, I'll put this stuff in between, create a top layer, spray more popcorn spray that's supposed to taste like butter, and kind of see how it turns out. All right, so I've got some on the bottom, I've got some phyllo there. I'm gonna put the cream in. I'm actually gonna weigh the cream out. So it's 100 grams of heavy cream, which is about 200 calories. There's 120 calories in the kataifi, and however you pronounce that, the phyllo dough. And the sugar syrup's gonna be negligible because it's all the erythritol and monk fruit. So this little thing is gonna have about 320, let's call it 350 with like some of this. It has to have some calories with the spray. But imagine that's the low calorie version. If you made this full fat, full calorie, you're talking just like a bowl this size being something like 600, 700 calories, if not more. And we'll see how it tastes. I'm hoping it tastes good. I mean, obviously I won't know for sure until I cook it. Air fry is pretty gross. I'm gonna set this for 30 minutes. I'll check on it occasionally and we'll see how it goes. And this is reducing down significantly. And yeah, there's one problem with doing the air fryer. The top cooks because the air fryer has a top fan. Whereas if you do it in the oven, it all cooks evenly. But we'll see. See how it goes. I'm gonna flip it, and you know, it missed a spot. I'm gonna flip it. And then it's gonna be difficult to do this flip on camera. I'm gonna just set it down for a second. All right, I flipped it. We're gonna do the reveal together though. Hot. Okay, this is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the bottom to get cooked. So I'm gonna set it back in here. It's all good. Run it for a little bit more, cook the bottom, and then we'll throw some of our beautiful syrup on top. So unfortunately it doesn't look great on the video because I burnt the sides, but that was because I put it in this open plate and it started cooking not just the top but the sides as well. If you had it in a container and you did it in the oven and not in the air fryer, because the air fryer heats from the top, so it was only cooking the top and it wasn't cooking the bottom. So then when I flipped it, I was trying to cook the bottom, but I didn't put it back into like a closed vessel. I put it into this plate and it was left open. So I don't care too much about that. The whole point of this is the taste and seeing how much we can modify it to low calorie ingredients. And pour on some of this syrup. I'm gonna let that sit so I don't get burned for about 5 minutes. You can see it sizzling down there, and we'll see how it tastes. All right, I'll let it sit because I got burned yesterday. I wasn't looking to repeat the experience. Got some nice gooey cream in the middle. That's really good. I would say it's almost virtually I burnt a little bit of it, and I can taste the little burnt bits being a little burnt. Nah, that's true, but other than that, it's virtually indistinguishable. I mean, you can't tell that it's sugar-free syrup. You can't tell that there was like very little butter used in this. And honestly, the butter is a waste because this middle part, it's made out of cream, heavy cream, and it's all fat. You can see it's just pools of fat on the bottom, and that's without the butter. And so this tastes really good. That's excellent. Excellent. You don't mess up the crust. You cook it in a proper container, especially if you make a big batch of it and you're doing it properly. You serve this to people, 100%, they will not be able to tell that any caloric modifications were made to this. This is really, really good. I would say it's like 95% of the original. And I'm only saying 95% because I'm sure there must be a difference. The 5% that there is a difference, I can't taste it, but maybe there's somebody else that can. And that's why I'm saying 95. Otherwise, it's almost identical to the original.